All right, breaking news. There's an Amber Alert right now in North Carolina.
Yeah, police think a car was stolen with the missing child inside. The High Point Police Department is looking for one-year-old Legend Goodwine. He was last seen wearing an orange tank top and Ninja Turtle blanket. Police just released this photo of the stolen car. It's a gold 2000 Acura TL. It has a North Carolina license plate FES 4626. If you see Goodwine or the car, police want to call 911 immediately.
And more breaking news. A shooting last night left 3 people injured.
Right now, deputies say the victims knew the suspect. Our Paige Hopkins is live in Gaffney with the very latest this morning. Paige?
We're right outside of the Cherokee County Law Enforcement Center. This is where deputies are investigating that shooting. Right now, we're told 3 people were injured and taken to the hospital after a shooting last night in Gaffney. It was just before 9 on General Drive. Right now, deputies say they don't believe this was a random shooting. They say the victims and the shooter knew each other. We're working to get information about the condition of those 3 people in the hospital, as well as their identities. We're also working to learn about the suspect, about that shooter responsible for the incident last night. When we get more information, we will continue to update you online and on air. Live in Gaffney, Paige Hopkins, WYFF News 4.
All right, Paige, thank you. Staying in Cherokee County now, the coroner saying that 49-year-old Walter Holden Jr. of Gaffney is dead. He was driving a moped and collided with a vehicle about 2 weeks ago. It happened on Floyd Baker Boulevard. He died at Spartanburg Medical Center Sunday morning. It's not clear how Holden died. The coroner says an autopsy is scheduled to help in the investigation.
Right now in Anderson County, investigators are working to learn who vandalized a church. It happened at Fairview United Methodist near Easley. Windows are busted out and headstones toppled. The church posted these photos to Facebook. Officials say a stick or bat was used to break the windows. Anyone with info should call the Anderson County Sheriff's Office.
Also in Anderson County, a moped driver is dead after a 3-vehicle crash. It happened Sunday morning on Hickory Road. Troopers saying that a truck crossed the center line and hit the moped head-on. Troopers say that the driver died at the scene. The truck then hit an SUV head-on. Troopers say 2 people in the SUV went to the hospital with minor injuries. The truck driver had serious injuries.
Bill Cosby is not expected to attend the beginning of his appeal hearing. Oral arguments for the defamed TV Family Man's case begin this week. Cosby's lawyers will argue testimony by some of the alleged victims isn't relevant. Cosby was convicted in 2018 of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman. No victims or survivors are scheduled to testify.
An intense manhunt is over. Tennessee police took an escaped inmate back into custody. Curtis Watson is accused of strangling a corrections officer and then escaping a prison. He surrendered to authorities on Sunday. A family spotted Watson on a home security system. Watson walked out of a soybean field to find himself surrounded. Watson served time for kidnapping. He was on lawn mowing duty at a prison in Henning when he escaped on a tractor. Watson now faces first-degree murder.
Many questions surrounding the death of accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. He apparently committed suicide in federal jail. The Justice Department and the FBI are investigating possible failures in the jail. Senior law enforcement officials say there is no sign of foul play. Meantime, the U.S. Attorney in Manhattan will keep digging into Epstein's alleged sex trafficking operation.
Right now, an Arizona Cardinals front office executive is charged with DUI. Ron Miniger is the chief operating officer and executive vice president. Police originally stopped him for speeding. He was also charged with failure to drive within 1 lane of traffic. Miniger has been with the Cardinals for 19 years. Last year, general manager Steve Keim was arrested on driving drunk charges. Keim went to jail and was given a 5-week suspension by the Cardinals.
2 people are hurt in a helicopter crash in Pennsylvania. The FAA is looking into what happened. The chopper had just taken off from the pilot training school. The pilot somehow lost control and crashed behind a hangar. The 2 people on board are expected to be okay.
Well, the death toll from a powerful typhoon that hit China is going up. 33 people have died. Wind and torrential rain have pounded the coast. Rescue workers use rubber dinghies and ropes to reach stranded people in flooded streets. Some villages in the storm's path suffered major damage. The storm was China's 9th typhoon just this year.
While North Korea tested a new weapon, photos show the missile launches. Kim Jong-un said he was extremely satisfied with the launch. The new weapon was developed to shut down Korea's terrain.
Well, a California man who was wrongly convicted on terrorist charges is now free. He was imprisoned for 14 years. 34-year-old Hamid Hayat was arrested in 2005 after a trip to Pakistan. His lawyers say an informant urged him to go to a jihadist camp. When he got back to the U.S., he told the government about the encounter with the informant. But his lawyers say the government lied about having photos of Hayat at the camp. The camp raised concerns about the role that prejudice played post 9/11.
Right now, officials are investigating what caused a fire that killed 5 children. Records list the home as a daycare. That fire broke out Sunday morning in Erie, Pennsylvania. Neighbors heard teens screaming who had escaped to the second-floor porch. Crews rescued 7 people. Investigators are looking into possible arson.
But right now, Asheville police are searching for a woman reported missing by her family. Officers say they're looking for Bobby Krista Saynowson. They say that she may be traveling to Florida with Micah Lipinski, who has 2 outstanding warrants. Police ask if you see them, call Crime Stoppers. If you don't have to leave, your name as well.
Well, new this morning, the largest outbreak of Legionnaire's disease in Georgia is in the state's capital. 1 person is dead. 11 additional cases were confirmed in people who stayed at the Sheraton Atlanta Hotel between July 12th and 15th. The hotel shut its doors last month and says it will stay closed until at least August 14th. Legionnaire's disease is a form of pneumonia that comes from a bacteria found in the environment, usually in fresh water. It can be treated with antibiotics.
They got him, they got him. Grab it. They got him, they got him.
Firefighters in Myrtle Beach had to rescue a person stuck in a car submerged in a pond. It happened near the Myrtle Beach airport. The person in the car went to the hospital. The fire department posted video of the rescue on its Facebook page. No word yet on how the car wound up in the water.
Well, with school starting soon, some local businesses are helping families get ready for the year. Dozens of people in the community came out to get free school supplies Sunday. The event was held near Kimbrell's Furniture in Greenville. The event featured bouncy houses, live music, and food. Organizers want to make this an annual event.
Well, an emotional ending for Serena Williams in Sunday's Rogers Cup final. She was taking on 19-year-old Canadian Bianca Andreescu. Williams was down 3-1 in the first set, and the 23-time Grand Slam winner called for a medical timeout. Moments later, the chair umpire announced Serena was retiring from the match. The former world #1 broke down crying on her bench, but her opponent showed great sportsmanship by telling her how much she admired her.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. Simone Biles has made history in the gymnastics world once again. Just a couple of days ago, she became the first female to do a double-double dismount last night. She landed a triple twisting double somersault in her floor exercise. This is remarkable. 3 times around with a double backflip.
Wow.
If she does it in an international meet, it will be known as the Biles. It would be her second namesake. Biles won her 2nd consecutive U.S. national title, her 6th overall.